World's biggest tech show is kicking off in Las Vegas this week. During the Consumer Electronics Show, technology giants typically showcase their latest gadgets. But as Andre-Pierre du Plessis reports, it's increasingly becoming a place where car companies are choosing to show off their wares.
For the past 50 years, startups and big tech companies have been coming to Las Vegas to show off their latest inventions. But CES is slowly turning into an automotive technology show, as all things self-driving and connected car systems have become commonplace. CES is now also an opportunity for car manufacturers to convince tech-savvy customers that owning a car is cool. One company that's in desperate need of finding new buyers is Fiat Chrysler. Compared to the big three automakers, Chrysler has had the biggest loss in new car sales, dropping 14% in November compared to a year earlier. That's why they put their millennial employees in charge of coming up with some new ideas.
The goal? Design a vehicle that discerning millennials recognize as a true object of desire. An extension of our lives that integrates as seamlessly and essentially as our cell phones.
The result is concept vehicles that contain all the gadgets young people across the world say they want in a car.
Chrysler is developing cars for millennials by millennials. They're calling it the Portal concept, and this is what it looks like.
The car's main focus is its interior, which can be customized in much the same way you'd customize a cell phone, providing personalized colors, biometrics, and apps.
We love the idea that you could maybe buy this vehicle to start off with one seat. But if you fall in love with someone, you can add two because the car grows with you. The idea is that this vehicle and its furniture is customizable to your lifestyle.
Thank you. Thank you.
But this is only a concept car, meaning it won't necessarily go into production. Some of its design features, like 360-degree cameras instead of side-view mirrors, is noticeably impractical and wouldn't be allowed on public roads. Yet Chrysler's decision to showcase the car at CES is an important step for the company. Until now, it hasn't revealed much about its strategy for self-driving vehicles. But it's hoping this fresh focus on a millennial consumer would boost sales way into the future. Andre-Pierre du Plessis, TOT World, Las Vegas.
And we can go live to Las Vegas now. AP is standing outside the fabulous Las Vegas. That's fantastic background there you have, AP. Let me ask you, why are car companies having to suck up to young people in a sort of technology way to flog cars? Aren't cars cool anyway? Aren't they needed by everybody?
I have to say, the only person that I know who have used the word millennial more than Chrysler did during that event is you, Matt. I completely agree, but it does say a lot about the car industry, where it is right now. Following the financial disaster of 2008, 2009, car companies have been struggling to sell cars, specifically in the developed world here in the US, and they've always looked to the developing world. They've always looked to young people living in Africa, in Asia, who would take an interest in buying their cars. Now that the economy's growing again, Chrysler is one of those companies who are still struggling. If you look at car sales, particularly in the US. Now, what I find difficult to understand from this concept vehicle specifically is they're trying to tailor to millennials across the world, but this is typical of a millennial who would be a high income earner, someone who has at least 3 or 4 phones and has access to battery recharge stations across the country, which is something that's still very limited in its availability.
Okay, and what news on self-driving cars, AP?
Right, so this concept vehicle from Chrysler is one such car that would ideally drive itself. But we are seeing big tech companies also joining this this phenomenon, if you can call it that. Microsoft is expected to announce their plans for self-driving vehicles. Google's self-driving company Waymo will announce or will give us a new view for or a new preview of what their autonomous vehicle will look like. What we've seen up until now is only their concept vehicle. It wasn't made for public roads. And it's interesting, Chrysler has agreed that they will actually provide 100 minivans to Google's first rollout. So we're looking forward to seeing that here at CES.
Okay, AP in Las Vegas, thanks.